Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Digital Binder Project. We are in episode 6, um, where we last left off on this page of test prints. So let's go ahead and see what we have next. More test prints. We have corners and centers. You'll notice with my binder pages that we like doing, that we, I, oh no, I think I might explain it. Anyway, um, that I like doing aesthetic layouts. And in this case, we had 5 of the foil textless test prints. This one in the center here has square corners. But these 4 corner cards are early test prints where they were trying to figure out some details about foiling stock, and they're actually on a different type of foil. A lot of them have this white bar going down the side. Others have just different levels of foiling. This is almost like an underprinting precursor, but yeah, really cool stuff. So all of these in here are different variants. We've got the left bar, we've got the right bar. How do I know if it's left and right? It's because they have magic back, so we know the correct orientation. And this one right here is really cool. Completely blank front, white back. Um, Now, when you inspect this cardstock up closely, you can very clearly see that it is authentic stuff. Before I turn the page of this really cool page of test prints, I want to point out this right here. We have a Walled Fiend test print just kind of tucked away behind another card. This happens when I get something new and I haven't rearranged the binder to accommodate for that new thing. Sometimes a card will just get bumped from a page or just put on the back of an existing page. So in this case, we have the Walled Fiend test print. Now this page is a page to show off miscuts. Most of the miscuts on here show 3 or more cards. The ones that don't are just on here for their own special reasons because they're either super significant or they came with a card and like to live with it. So we've got this Jabba down here showing 4 cards. Now a lot of the times nowadays you see a modern card miscut this severe, you're going to suspect NFC. This is actually one of the rare cases where it's actually factory cut. Now, if it's from Commander, there's no doubt in your mind that it's factory cut. But this beauty here was one of the best and first miscuts that I picked up from my buddy Kevin Gardner. Look at this thing. More modern sets with more than 3 cards, 4 cards. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. We've got 3 cards on this one. See if we can get it to focus on that little red card over here. Come on, focus. Well, you guys know it's there. This card here in the center is from our foreign black border quote-unquote gutter cuts. The reason why these are called gutter cuts is actually just a little bit of a communication error. Back when the sheet was being researched, they were talking to Wizards of the Coast pressman, or I forget exactly who it was, and they say, "Oh, you mean the gutter cuts?" Because they thought that instead of the miscuts, they were talking about this process known as gutter cutting. And ever since then, this foreign black border sheet has been referred to as gutter cuts, but that's not correct. It's not actually a gutter cut at all, to my knowledge. I've got this insane miscut Yavimaya ants. I've got some Fallen Empire miscut connectors. Both of these actually do show 4 cards. There's one right there. This actually came from a set of 4, and I ended up splitting it, I think with Keith, actually. And this card is on the page just because it pairs well with this one down here. It was sent to me by my buddy Sam. It actually has the note in the back that Sam sent with it. I'll do this on occasion. If someone sends me a wonderful little note with a card, something about the history of the card, I'll include it in the binder with that card. Now let's go ahead and jump on over to this sexy page. This is a color error page. If you couldn't tell, all of these cards have a color channel that is uh, very lightly applied, so to say. So this sheet here, this Mirage sheet, this is what the card's supposed to look like, and this is what it actually looks like. What we're seeing here is the magenta layer decided to not join the party. Now most of these I have the corrected version behind them because it's always fun to show these or variants. Again, magenta didn't want to join the party. Something about this one that's really cool is we know it's legitimate because the yellow layer is entirely intact. Not partially intact, it's just fully there. So no fading on this one. Got this very, very cool Teamer War Shaman. It's not supposed to be a blue card, but it is. That's because yellow decided not to show up to this party because yellow and blue make green. We've got this guy over here, and while it may look like a sunfied, uh, this here is an actual blue bino. Alright, I'm going to stop that now. I apologize. But looking at it under a microscope, it's very, very clear. Come on, camera, focus. Oh, you guys want to see what the card normally looks like. We've got this beautiful Stone Rain. It's from the same sheet as the Urborg Panther. I don't have a buddy for it yet, but this card is amazing. Now over here we've actually got another blue bino. But Jason, why are the borders gray? Well, actually because it's a halftone gray. 50% black will make gray at a halftone pattern. So when you look at this under a microscope, you can actually see it's just black dots. And it's a really beautiful example of showing how halftone black makes other colors that you see with your eyeballs because you're not able to pick the little dots. Science. And these three at the bottom are all very heavily faded on the cyan layer. So we've got this Leviathan, and the rest of them are the same. This one, I think, that you can not see, has extra magenta going on with it as well. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. We've surpassed our 5-minute mark, but I'm okay not being super strict about it. If we're on a roll, if we're showing off really cool cards, if I decide to take out things and talk about them, I'm going to do that. These are my videos. Come on. I also want to figure out how to get this camera to focus at will. Focus. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to save the next page for the next video. Also, if you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe or get notifications for this channel so that you see when I come out with my next videos. Thanks for watching, everyone.